YouTube. It's Activiz back with a brand new video. So principles are honestly everything, and whether or not you have principles defines you as a man, defines you as a person, and often, how strictly you follow those principles defines you even further. That's why I say you should never, no matter how old you are, betray your principles for anything, because when you do that, regardless of if you're some kind of public figure or not, you leave a permanent blemish on your credibility as a person, and you probably don't even realize it. Seriously. Especially like, okay, you're young. Let's say you're 18. 18, ambitious, you want to be successful. Nothing wrong with that. That's a great thing, even. However, you're willing to do almost anything to get there, even scam, rob. But in that process, you're harming someone else. In that process, you're taking from someone else who may have busted their ass for what they had. May have went through, you never know, you don't know what that person may have went through to earn what they have. So like, for example, you wanna make like your first $10,000, and you want to do that fast. So you decide to get a little credit card skimmer and put it on a card machine. And every time people slide their card on this machine, you're getting the card information that loads right to a little like clone card, and you go to an ATM and you pull the cash out. Boom, your first $10,000. But you got it in the most fucked up, sleazy way. In a way that you, deep down, probably wouldn't do. But you wanted the money so bad, you were willing to do whatever to get it. You were willing to betray the principles without even realizing it to get it. You may have a few dumbasses around you who glorify what you did and love what you did. Any real serious person is going to immediately lose. Any person with sense is going to immediately lose respect for you, and they should. Honestly, they should. If you're someone who would betray your principles to this degree, to where you'd be willing to steal from other working people, yeah, you don't deserve respect from other people. Absolutely not. The only people that will respect you are clowns. Absolute fucking clowns. And the sad thing is, money is often a key motive when it comes to this. And it always comes back to bite you in the end. Always. You think people don't have, live bank updates? That they can't see that some fishy shit's going on with, like, their debit card, and you can get caught like that? Like, it's not hard to trace skimmers at all. Or pulling a scam online. You know how easy it is to get doxxed now? Like, hell. That Hawk Tool girl who did that crypto scam, she got doxxed. Had all kinds of videos made about her. CoffeeZilla made a video about it. All kinds of people made videos about her. And she disappeared from social media for like 3 to 4 months. She disappeared from social media entirely for a while. If I'm not mistaken, there was a guy who got doxxed not too long ago. Crypto scammer got doxxed not too long ago. Ended up dead. I can't remember if he killed himself or someone killed him, but he ended up dead. There was another story of, I believe, a DoorDash driver who tracked down someone who was scamming DoorDash and also scamming drivers and killed the scammer. This always comes back to bite you in the end in some way. Betraying your principles, it's one of those like low karma behaviors that you just never get away with. You don't. It comes back to bite you in some way. It may not be as extreme as you going to jail or someone coming and tracking you down and killing you, but it could literally be something as simple as you never being able to access or break through an opportunity that you may genuinely desire for a long ass time, if not ever again. Because like I said, when you betray your principles, you leave a permanent blemish on your credibility as a person. And there are many ways you can betray your principles. Another way you can betray your principles is by cheating on your significant other, or going out and having sex with someone else's significant other, like wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, whatever, knowing full well that person is taken, knowing full well that they know what they're doing too. That's another thing that dumbasses around you will encourage you to do, to continue to do, and then like even congratulate you for it, glorify you for it. Like dumbasses around you will encourage that type of shit, but most sensible people will instantly lose respect for you. Any sensible person is not gonna want shit to do with you or want to be around you. So yeah, absolutely, you need to have principles. Like you dead ass need to have like almost like a code that you live by, that you will refuse, and I mean absolutely refuse to betray. Some shit that's literally just a law to you. Like it's your own fucking law that you absolutely won't betray. Because there's some things that are just generally established in life. Like for example, you obviously wouldn't be a fucking pedophile if you're watching this video. I definitely fucking hope not. You wouldn't hurt a child if you're someone watching this video. I'm going to accurately assume that you're not someone who would hurt a child, because that's something that's well established, and that's something you just don't fucking do. And anyone that does that is rightfully shunned from society, as they should be. But there are also some things that you should add to that yourself, because some of those things aren't in a lot of people's fucking code. Some people don't even have a code that they live by, or principles that they live by, so they just walk around doing whatever without shame or without a thought of how, or without a thought in mind. And that's a sad ass way to live. That is a sad ass way to live, because those are the kind of people those kinds of people who have no principles, live by no kind of code or no kind of like personal like law where it's like, hey, I would never do these things to another person, not only because I wouldn't want it done to me, and it's a shitty thing to do in general, but it's also gonna come back and bite me in the ass anyway. And it's just not worth it. People who live without that thought are usually the kind of people who literally have no one at their funerals, no one by their bedside when they're clinging on to their life. Because these are usually the people who you will hear constantly jump from friend group to friend group, or getting cut off, or jumping from relationship to relationship. And they can't seem to like realize that the problem is them. Like the problem is really them. Like the problem isn't everyone else, and that's why they can't find the relationship that works, or the friend group that's genuine and that like genuinely cares and loves, genuinely cares for and loves them. It's them. These are the kinds of people that walk around life like that. Unfortunately, it doesn't help that we literally live in a system that rewards this kind of behavior. And I know it sounds contradictory when I say we live in a system that rewards this kind of behavior, but any sensible person will lose respect for you and shun you for the behaving this way, not having principles or betraying principles. And when I say we live in a system that supports that rewards that kind of behavior, yeah, I'm talking about capitalism and the corporate ladder. It literally rewards this kind of behavior. Because think about it. You take a corporate job and you're in insurance. Think about the things that you may have to do as an insurance agent to get a promotion. And all the company cares about is growth and profit. You want that promotion so you can get paid more and you can get out of poverty. But in order to increase profit, the profit margin for the company, you've got to screw over some people who are in worse financial positions than you are, who are in worse financial shape than you are. But that's what you're going to get rewarded for at that company, because you're growing the profits of that company. And then just, look, that's a video for another day, for another channel, just how capitalism itself rewards that kind of behavior. But you'll typically find that a lot of corporate jobs do reward this kind of behavior. They like, especially if it's like sales jobs, yeah, they require you to be deceptive. Especially if you're in insurance. Like the whole industry's a fucking scam itself. But all in all, regardless of what kind of society we live in, regardless of what kind of system we live under, you need to have principles as an individual. As a man, as a woman, you need to have principles as an individual that you will refuse to betray, that you will stick by, no matter what the reward may be, in exchange for just ignoring those principles for the time being, or just shelving them for the time being. You've got to have a code of conduct, a code of law that you will live by and absolutely refuse no matter how good the reward is, to betray that. Because without it, that'll lead you down the path of disaster. And you could easily become one of these people who sells their fucking soul for some money, only to hate yourself later down the road. And have some people around you who you may truly care and love, who have some people around you may truly care about and love, lose all respect for you as a result of that. So yeah, never betray your principles for any fucking thing. I don't care how big the reward is. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you do. Hit the bell so you make sure you never miss a video. I post over here 3 times a week. Sometimes things happen and I have to post like the next day, so that's why you should hit the bell so you make sure you never miss a video. Go do something positive for someone in the world. Deadass. I'll see you on the next video.